Because they've all been notified that we are doing omitted property.
Okay.
And what is,
Omitted property is something like we erroneously forgot 2 parcels with land and then 1 other parcel for whatever else. We just forgot to assess them.
Mobile home.
Oh yeah, the mobile
Yeah.
home. We thought Pennington County was going to assess it,
Yeah,
and then we have to assess it because no one was assessing it. And it is in this county, so we were assessing. We have to add it. And the same way with the land. We just forgot to put the land value on, so they weren't being assessed for any land. So that's strictly omitted property. Is basically you guys got to agree that to add the value on because we cannot eliminate anyone from paying taxes.
so then it stays as is?
If they don't contest it, yes.
all right, being 6:02, we'll bring this Hermosa Town Board Equalization meeting together on Monday, March 21st, 2022. Roll call Hendrickson.
Here.
Holsworth is here. King is absent tonight. Schumacher.
Here.
Then we have Travis Hartshorn from the school board.
Here.
Appreciate Gail being here in the audience, and we have our auditors along with us tonight. We'll start with that situation. May I have a motion to accept the agenda as written?
So moved.
Second.
Schumacher makes that, Hendrickson seconds it. Any further discussion? Being none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, same sign. Motion carried, thank you. Equalization items in front of us tonight are objections to the real estate property assessments. Item number A, the objection to the real estate property assessment is Etherton Caleb, which is the parcel number 015557. And on that property, as you can see, he had listed 58,996 on that property. As it is listed here, it'll be 90,216 then. Is that proper? 75,216 for structure, 15,000 for land then? As I'm reading it?
That's what your notes got.
Oh, yes, that would be correct.
Okay.
Because we had 0 value on it before.
Right. So,
So you're just adding the property?
Just
on
the
it
land,
this time.
the land value. No, the
The
structure will stay the
15,000.
same if there's a structure on it.
Which
We're-
is 75.
I got simple.
It's just a mobile home.
Oh, it's just, oh, this is the
This is
mobile
the one
home
from
one?
Pennington
I'm
County.
sorry, yes. So it's just the mobile home value that we would be adding on.
And that is on
The-
your paperwork.
58,996.
And then you're adding the, what, 15,000 on top of that?
No,
No?
No.
There's no land.
This
there's
is
no
it?
land
He
value.
doesn't own the land.
No,
So
He
this
only
is
owns the
it,
structure.
for 58,996.
Yes.
Yeah,
Is where the evaluation is going to end up at then.
yes.
Yes.
That's what we're gonna add to it.
Any objections? If not, then I need a motion to allow it to be at the 58,996 as it's read, and a second on that. Motion, please.
motion to accept 58,996.
Okay, Hartshorn makes the motion, Hendrickson seconds the motion. Further discussion? There being none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
Dan, may I ask a question? Did you guys do your oath of offices?
Yes, we signed them all.
Oh, you did them before we got here?
Yeah.
Okay,
Correct.
thank you.
So, okay, next item on there is Barbara and Norris Order, I believe. I hope I'm not slaughtering that name.
That's right. You did.
I don't have it right.
Order.
What they have is the .34, that's the land evaluation, it's the one at 15,000, where the value of the land was. It apparently didn't get added.
Right.
This is one of them that did that. And then what is your in this book that I've got here, it actually says that there's a 189,000 total valuation of that property.
There very well could be. We're just wanting to add 15,000 on for the land value and leave the building as is.
Okay,
Because the land is what did not get it added. The building's already done.
And what is the building?
well, and that's why I say the rest is,
Stays the same,
yep,
stays as we have it.
there's no objections apparently to that. So once again, a motion to assess the 15,000 for the land. I need that motion.
I'll make that.
Motion by Hendrickson, second.
I'll second it.
Second by Hartshorn. Further discussion? Being no further discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Thank you, board. Next is Matt and Jamie Steen. On their property, once again, it's a $15,000 land evaluation that was not met on that when it was evaluated.
Right.
Everything else on the structure stays the same.
Correct.
Also on that property, and no objections to that, so I need a motion to approve that.
Motion moved.
Motion by Hartshorn, second
Awesome.
by Hendrickson. Further discussion? If being none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Next one, appreciate Dave being here, Dave and Kathy Dillon. And we had that's the first one. Okay, on Dillon's property, the total of this and where they were reflecting was 67,000 is where they were wanting the property to be reevaluated at yet. And I believe in this book it says true and full value was at 104,740.
That's correct.
So with that evaluation then and what the calculation is going up, Mr. Dillon, you're here, do you have comments, please?
The property's basically useless. There's no infrastructure to it. There's no water, no sewer. We can't sell it, and the town board has made it next to impossible to develop. Tell me why it should be worth more than 67.
Well, and I don't believe that's a fair statement for the town board, though. It's a matter where we had one application come in where the individual wanted to use it as a towing yard, and it was stated that he would not, with our zoning, in that as a commercial zoning, be able to use it as a towing yard, but he could use it as a used car lot. And so if he wanted to re-pursue the property as a used car lot, that he could. Or he could go through the option of rezoning that property to industrial, which then he would be able to use it as a towing yard then in that positioning. So he was well aware and made aware of that. I believe Caleb was the gentleman's name that was approached on it. So
Slade or something like that, yes. Slade.
Slade, yep, there we go.
But still-
Slade Heath, I'm sorry. But he was made aware of that there was options that he could pursue with the property. There was no
But it's-
objection from the board on that, the stating of it. And the utilities are running beside it. The sewer is right there, the water is right there, for the individuals to be able to connect into if they so choose, which is a developer's choice or a landowner or whoever buys the property, so.
But it's still just a vacant piece of property. How can the value go up $20,000, almost $20,000 in a year?
And we have the auditor's office here.
Assessors.
Or assessor, I'm sorry.
Assessment, we will.
But Dave, how close is your water and sewer? Is
I
it at
think
the
it's about
property line?
1,000 feet, Travis.
1,000 feet to the property line at the nearest point?
I'm pretty sure it's somewhere in that neighborhood.
So that's a quarter mile.
Yeah.
Well, it's
I
a
mean,
little
so that's
than
not,
that.
I mean, I'm just saying, I mean, there's a difference being
It's
going
not-
by the property and going by the property.
But this is within state law. It's right there at the, what do they call that little flea market or little custom
Yeah.
shop now,
Vintage, whatever.
Vintage Gardens or whatever.
Whatever it is.
No,
Water,
that's
sewer.
not the right water line, Danny.
Yeah,
No.
cause it jogs down.
It's gotta
the
be
hill
down
to
in the, it's down in the bottom where you guys came under the highway. We gotta go clear over there.
No, it goes down behind them now and then down to Lazy R. We changed all of that line, so it's all right there as well as the sewer line.
I would disagree. We would have to go look at it, but I would disagree.
Do we got
And
a
we
map?
just cut a valve in there.
Do we got a
Matter of
map?
fact.
Do we got a map?
Well, there's maps behind you on it,
Are they current?
and I don't know. But the water and sewer is,
At one of the meetings when Slade was trying to get it developed, Chuck Ferguson said that it was close to 1,000 feet.
yeah, and I guess I've never wheeled it off, but
The only thing that I would know about it, I mean, I haven't looked at it, but if they took it anywhere near where they did the drive-in, that would be the closest place.
Right.
Going up on the hill is not an option.
right. See, and we come behind the property going down between by, today is the street that goes down there. Right. But in any event,
So as far as how we came up with the assessment and why it raised, it's because when we started out our assessments, looking at what level of assessment we were at, for commercial, we were only sitting at 20.9% for market, for commercial land, that's bare land. So we raised 20% for commercial land. And that's,
And you're just raising that straight across the board?
For
most
Hermosa,
of
yes.
commercial land.
Yeah.
I don't think that's fair for just vacant land that has never been developed.
But that is what vacant land is. When we look at the sales, they are vacant. They're not developed. They're bare lots.
That just doesn't seem right to me.
and I think
So.
they had it, marketed at 90,000 is what the real estate company was trying to sell it for, I believe.
We had an offer at 80, right around 80. That's
Okay,
the best we were gonna do.
yeah, yeah. So that's where it was
You know,
marketed,
and we purchased the property for 67.5
right,
20 years ago, so,
right,
you know,
right.
going up to 104 next year is not a fair assessment.
No, I agree. You know, and that's why I was discussing that, and what I was looking at many of the properties that moved and jumped, you know, there was anywhere from that 3.5% to 20% to some that were even more exorbitant than that, that we had on them property evaluations. And a big percent of them were 20%. And kind of all over
The land
board.
should all be 20% increase, because that's what we did in Hermosa. We did not vary any but 20%.
Well, and I'm looking at structure and land,
Yes,
not
yes,
just bare,
yeah,
when I went through and
right.
evaluated.
Yeah, your assessment has it 20.69%.
Yeah,
But lady, your office, all land,
yes,
All-
Commercial land,
all commercial land, whether there was a structure or no structure.
yes,
yes.
That's what you done for everybody that was commercial in the town of Hermosa.
absolutely.
In the town of Hermosa, yes.
Okay, now.
Actually, we did, every town was 20% for commercial land.
every
All went
town.
up,
What it ended up being.
Okay,
every,
But we looked at it by town.
right.
okay, then, how big is this lot?
3.5 acres.
3.5
something
acres.
like that.
3.435,
3.4.
yeah.
I know you told me 20 years ago, I don't remember.
Yeah,
It's okay.
it's been 20 years.
It's been a long time, I know you
But a
have.
lot of that slope, you know.
You're right, I mean,
Not
a lot of it's not,
Not used.
I get it.
Without doing some major retainer walls or something to gain
Well,
you.
and to do anything on it, we're gonna have to do some retaining walls.
Yeah,
The engineering has already proven that out.
yeah,
But that's neither here nor there. I mean, we're talking about the value right now. You know, jumping at 20% for a piece of ground that is basically useless at this point is not fair.
So board, I'm looking for your recommendations.
I'm figuring here.
How much of the property is, say, you could build on out of your 3 acres?
Maybe half, maybe half.
Was that 41 cents in the discussion we had 3-4 days
No,
ago
the
on a
full-
different deal?
The 41 cents is different.
It is different.
That's
okay.
on bare lots,
Non-commercial.
not commercial.
Okay. That's, I'm trying to, as I was
No,
getting
and
educated over the
that's
last
in
week, trying to get things figured out.
Fairburn, that's in Fairburn.
Right, but I
Yeah.
mean, I remember you telling me about a bare lot at 41 cents.
Yes.
That's what I was trying to,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, not
But
the
that's just
commercial.
a non-commercial.
Yeah.
Okay. Has any of your guys' zoning changed over there whatsoever? I mean, so what's the difference between commercial and industrial?
Well, and I think the property was, when Slade started his deal, wasn't it?
It's commercial.
Was it commercial? I
Yeah.
thought it was residential.
No, it was commercial.
It is
So,
commercial,
yep,
okay.
all of that area. Because you were gonna do a car wash
Well, we
originally.
had 3 different things that we wanted to do
Yeah.
on it.
Yep,
And you guys
Yep.
were okay with all of that,
yep,
you know?
yep. And the only thing that changed, you know, when you go into a situation with our industrial, the commercial, is the commercial towing, storage, because of just the qualifications, contamination, so on, so forth, that change that with the density of the area where you have residential up above versus where they are on that,
But
so.
you've got commercial right adjacent. to it.
Correct. So
On both
commercial,
sides.
if you wanted to do a used car lot, will qualify, car wash, all of that, or all the descripts. Where when you go into a towing yard, it puts you into the same classification as salvage too. So that bumps you to then industrial. So,
Which is,
but he was expressed where he said, well, then I would go to a car lot. That's fine, you know, you can do that, pursue that, and not a problem one there. So we thought fully he was gonna pursue that avenue then, so,
he just saw too many obstacles with this board.
no, that wasn't the case. We gave him all the options that night, and it wasn't us, it was the attorney, you know, town attorney that read everything to him. So expressed everything black and white, you know.
That's neither here nor there right at the moment.
Right. So, I guess with what we're seeing in the county for sales as comparables, we're kind of there. I mean, with what you guys are seeing,
No, we're not even close.
we're not even close.
We're not even close.
Okay.
No.
Like I said, we're 20-30% at the market. I just couldn't increase more. I just thought it was way too much. So we just did 20,
Gotcha.
just because we're nowhere close. We're supposed to be at 100 and we're at 20. And then we looked at last year's and we were at 30.
Sure.
So that's why we did 20. We're not even gonna be close yet on commercial, but we had to do something.
See, and to
We
me,
just
and
can't leave it.
my properties of what I had, I could see a fair evaluation at 75,000, more than I could at 104. And in my opinion, that's roughly a 10% increase, is where I would be comfortable at, more comfortable than where we are. As we've seen in our properties all over town, all over on the base, like I say, some went from 3.5 to 275%. You know, we had one property that went up 275%, which we'll be going over on a county level to talk about that one. But everything else was 5.5, 20, all the way across the board, and I can see that. And as Deb and I talked, it's a matter where I can see a 3%, you know, to take them fluctuations a year, because cost of living, number one, is going to do that, and your market value has to sustain that. And in some instances, like your individual instance, I see his difference on that, and I don't believe that bumping it to that full extent is a fair market value for him.
Well,
So-
not near fair.
So
See,
I
and we
would
can
be-
only go by what the market is.
Correct,
We cannot determine how much increase there is.
correct,
So, I mean, that's why we chose what we chose,
yeah.
20%. And that's only getting us about 40%.
Of the market value,
of the market.
when we're supposed to be at.
Now, I'm not saying his situation might be different.
Right.
I'm not saying that at all. We're looking at commercial in a whole. I don't know all those circumstances. He's got, maybe valid reasons.
Right.
I don't know.
I'd make a motion that we bring it to 75,000.
One second.
Second by Schumach. Further discussion.
So, before we go further in the
Yep.
discussion, obviously looking in the crystal ball, your 20% that you're legally to go this year will be the same 20% next year if markets stay where they're at, correct? So, here nor there, the inevitable's coming, I guess, in a way to say it. No matter what we do, it's gonna keep taking these main jumps unless we're sitting here next year again the same way down the line.
To express nothing's changed, correct.
Right.
Correct.
Nothing's changed on that property, he's still in his same valuation.
Right.
I
But
feel he's at a
if
comfortable.
market goes up, he'll go up again.
Right, it'll
Yes.
keep jumping that 20% that
Yes.
you're legally to do until we get to that 85%, is that not correct? Okay,
Yeah.
I mean, you kinda understand that too, right, Dave? I mean,
I fully understand that,
right,
but when you put this piece of property on the open market to sell, it comes nowhere near the value that you're putting on it.
That's what, yeah, and I can't tell you that it would or wouldn't.
Well, I can guarantee
no,
you.
no,
it won't.
which I understand, but I mean,
No, I understand.
you understand where
They're gonna
that's
bump it
going.
again next year.
Well,
We'll be
if
right
the
back.
market
If the
keeps
market
going up.
holds, if the market
Yes.
keeps holding, no matter what
Because I won't
happens.
have a choice.
Right, exactly.
Right.
I won't have a choice.
And a lot of that market is being changed by the surroundings of the people coming in
Right.
from California, Florida,
Yes.
Texas, and all of that are buying this stuff sight unseen, that are affecting all of us,
Yes.
So
And the
that's
big
a-
thing is you gotta change legislation in order to change how we assess.
Correct.
Because the law says I am to be at 100% of market, which I'm not, nowhere close. But there's always extenuating circumstance for a parcel here or there. And I'm not saying you don't. But if the market is still showing that I'm only at 40%, I gotta increase again.
Right.
I said that we're gonna see you every year for quite a while.
And that's fine.
Or,
I haven't seen that in a
I need to
long
get out a
time.
little more often.
Yeah.
But hope you
Haven't
just
seen it in a long
understand how come we have to do what we
We
have to
do.
do.
yeah,
It is all mandated
Yeah.
by law, but
Yes.
there's always little circumstances for each individual person that may say, no, it's not quite worth that much. We're not saying that we're 100% perfect, we're not saying we're
No, we
wrong,
just-
right or wrong. That's why the appeal process is in line, is
And-
to have circumstances where something may waive from that.
yeah, and you ladies and gentlemen have a tough job.
Yes,
I
we
mean,
do.
and I appreciate what you do and where you go. I mean, you don't hear that enough, because you only hear the brunt of it all, so we appreciate you, we really
Thanks.
do.
Thank you.
Yeah, you just,
I
you
would
gotta
want
do your job.
We
I
gotta
get
do our
that.
job. Unfortunately, we
I get
can't
it.
even think if people can afford the taxes, we can't even think if this is just an astronomical amount because we increase land value. You haven't even seen anything if you're outside city limits. Outside city limits went sky high.
That's what I heard.
100 to 200% increases, and I'm not lying.
Yeah,
And our
I
ag
mean-
bill failed,
I was one of them.
and our ag bill failed, so.
I did.
Yep.
I'm
So,
glad Randy sold
I
this
mean,
place.
that's the unfortunate thing with what we have to do here is assess to market. No matter whether we like to or not, we have to do it.
okay with that, Dave, then? At the
75?
75?
We can live with that for this
And
year.
and understand, it has to go to the commissioners yet.
No,
All this,
If
no,
we-
this will?
if we
Okay.
agree with that,
Okay,
then it's done. If we
Okay.
don't agree it, you'll be notified and the board will be notified
Very
that we're
good.
taking it on to county board.
thank you.
Yeah.
Are you feeling comfortable about this one?
I don't know, I have to look it over.
Okay,
I need
okay.
to look a little closer and maybe take a look at the land.
Okay.
yep,
Drive out there maybe
Yeah.
before we head to Fairburn if we get done
Yeah.
soon enough,
yep, that'll be good.
so.
All right, thank you. Any further discussion? If being none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried, thank you.
See you next.
Okay, the next one,
He's already telling you, it's going up again.
Yeah, they will be.
And I already said I'll be here next time.
Yeah, no, that's fine, it's,
It's, the market is ridiculous. I'm
It
not
is.
disputing it.
next one is Rebecca Folk, lot 15, block 11.
Oh, that's a step.
That one there, you had down listed, at the 64,993.
Yes, what happened on this one, guys, is this person came in and appealed. We agreed to lower it down to the six from 89,116 to 64,993, all due to the reasons listed on that sheet
Okay,
in the comments. And she agreed to that value.
Okay.
There was just some data information that was not correct. I think, Ron, did you go out on that parcel? So he looked at the parcel, went over the house, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, that house hadn't been looked at for a long time, I mean individually, and so we went and looked at it, and there was some excesses that was being assessed to it that
Should
we felt should be corrected. Yeah.
So our recommendation is to agree with the STIP because we agreed with the landowner or the taxpayer
okay.
per se to accept
So
that.
for this board is a motion to agree with the assessors and that we feel comfortable with where they've agreed it.
Yes,
Motion to allow that.
so moved.
Motion by Schumach, second by Hendrickson. Any further discussion? Being none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. The next one I heard is a real rough bunch, so I don't know how soft and easy this one's gonna be, but, you know, we'll take it and see where we go. So this Holsworth one, and I will of course be abstaining from the,
Which one are we doing?
Starting with.
the first one I have is the one with 33 North First, the restaurant.
Okay.
No, that's Honey House.
That's,
No,
we're at the Honey
that's-
House.
this one's got Honey House Road on it.
Yeah, Honey House, correct.
First Street is the
Which that's
Honey
our
House.
way of describing our
So
property.
which number is,
This is the one with the shipping containers?
Pardon?
Yes.
okay, all right.
Okay, gotcha.
And this is Deb, the real boss in our
Yeah.
family.
So she,
So, and any point on that one where the evaluation went up, from the 71,614. To 93,797. And we had done no improvements on this property at all to it.
Is that because you consider it a commercial and it automatically went up 20%?
The land did, yes. The buildings on that property, we picked up last year the shipping containers. So the shipping
weren't.
containers were not being assessed until we reassessed that property last year. So those are something that will be on the assessment that you just got that weren't on there prior. And there are 7 shipping containers on that property and they're being assessed at $1,939 each.
that had no value before.
So it's on the units, the storage units then. See, and we were always told them were grandfathered in, that they weren't going to, and has been, where they could not be taxed.
No.
When did they change that rule then?
Is the intent of the law. The law is, the intent is, if the structure's not going to be moved, we assess them. That's the intent of the law. So
Yeah.
that has never changed. They just have never done it the way that the law reads.
Even if they're on skids?
Doesn't matter. If you do
don't,
not intend to move them,
They are sheds.
they are structures. Yes. If your intent is not to move them, you are assessed for them. I don't care if they're on skids or not skids. They are considered a structure by law.
Even though it's
So.
just a
Yep.
storage shed?
That's why they're not being assessed very much. Hoop buildings, any of those, they're all assessed.
Well, everybody would build a shed and put it on skids then and say, you can't assess me for this because it's movable. Well, it's meant to stay, it's meant to store things, it's
Now, if you go to move them, that's totally different, but you better move them every year.
So that was gonna be my next
Yes.
question, then to qualify, then you have to move,
You have to move them every year.
whether it's a half an inch,
No.
or whether,
You better move them a little more than a half an inch.
And
It is
They're
the
supposed to
intent of
leave
the
off the
law.
property.
see, and that was with us when,
Completely off.
20
They
years
should,
ago.
yeah.
Yes, they should leave your property.
They should
For
leave
how
your
long?
property.
Well, my assessment year is November 1st. So if they're not there November 1st, and they come back November 2nd, I guess I can't do anything about it.
see, and that's with us when we originally moved them, and 20 years ago, that we were always told that they're not a taxable item because of the law. And like you say, by the beholder,
Right,
the way you read that law, you can grab it either way.
right,
Because it does say they are a non-taxable item,
right.
as they are a portable storage.
If they're portable, meaning you're moving them.
And able to move them.
Right,
And that's where there was a discrepancy in Rapid City, is why I say. And actually, it was one in case law that they are a portable unit.
Yep.
Since they're on blocks, they're not permanently tied down, they're not on a concrete foundation, so they are able to be moved, so they aren't a taxable item. And so, it
and in
depends on
our
how far.
interpretation, do you plan to move them? No, because they're still sitting there.
Correct. Well,
So it is the intent of the law.
Are you gonna move them?
well, and don't know when.
Oh,
You know, there
Right.
are,
Oh, there'll be some
it
movement.
depends on
I'm
when
not
she
paying
moved.
that for Christmas decorations.
Yeah.
Right.
No thanks.
And when she
But
boots
technically,
me out,
they're no
maybe,
different than a shed, other than they're a metal storage shed.
How much are they taxed? They are assessed at $1,939 each. That's how much
I don't
they're
know how
worth.
much tax-wise that would be. Roughly take it times .0155 or something like that. That'll give you a rough estimate of what the taxes are on 19,
I'm stepping up on it that.
well, just say 1939, you'll know what it is, times .0155. Let's just use that.
got it, somebody?
What is, yeah, he's, I think, doing it. Are you, Dan?
no.
No.
Oh, I thought you were doing it.
Right.
I thought somebody was gonna,
Okay,
Here, I'll do it. Tell me what it is.
1939 times .01555.
$29.
$30.15.
Thereabout,
Per unit.
per unit. So
Per
$30
Per year.
Costs that
per
much,
year.
costs that much to move it. Fuel.
Right. Well, and it's not that
I
with
just
the
wanted
others
to know
going
what
up.
it went clear up for. That's the only reason I put it there. I figured it was the storage units.
Yeah,
That's what
it
it was
was
on.
that,
Right.
There's a shop on there, the shop's at $36,864.
yeah, that's the shop.
And your land went, I didn't write down what it was, but it is now $43,360.
So that was almost a 10,000
That's,
just in the land,
Right.
The-
from what you've got wrote on
yeah,
there.
20%,
Right.
just
And then
like
we had
everyone
50,000 on the building also
Well,
that went up.
46.
Well, you have 36,864, and then each 1939 times 7, because that's the new construction. Well, the new, what we picked up new.
So that's why with us and going up 30,000.
It went up a lot more because of
Yeah.
those storage units. Yeah,
Well, that's 30 grand now. The storage units are only, like you expressed, $29 per unit.
2,000 per unit,
Well, the taxes.
Is
well,
the
tax
appraised.
wise, yeah, I don't even
Like
do
$30,
taxes.
30 times 7, that's what it is.
We don't deal with the taxes.
And with us, like I say, there was no improvements on the properties at all, of any sort. You know, and that's what makes it tough for me too at the same time, for that to take a $30,000 jump in 1 year.
And we just strictly do that, what everyone else went up 20%. So that's, and that was mostly the land, other than those few structures, those storage units. So everyone else in Hermosa went up 20%
See,
on
and I was,
commercial.
in my opinion, you know, I could see it going to 80, 85 at a maximum is where I was feeling at, you know, on I could see it if we'd have added an addition or done something different over there, but
It's just
we
those
just haven't.
storage.
we haven't
No,
changed.
No.
it's
No.
everyone
Well,
in
yeah, I know.
Hermosa went
Yeah.
at 20% based off of the market. It's not what you do to your property. It is what the market's doing that increases your values. Unless you have something we have to add. It is, and I just got done telling you, we're only at 20% of the market, so we increased 20%. We did it to everyone
On the land.
on the land.
The buildings did not go up 20%.
No, the structures did not go up
No,
20%.
they were 3.5, I believe, or,
Yeah, they would have been the 5% and then we gave depreciation. So that's how much we increased on structures, which was very little. Was it less than 5% probably. The rest is all due to the 20% increase in the land value.
yeah, I think I had.
But everyone else
3.5
got that
on
too. So you gotta remember that.
Okay, so, because there's blue ink and normal ink.
I had fun.
Well,
You should
no.
see all the
Because you
tax
gotta
papers I have.
remember. if you
No, I
vote
mean,
for
the
this-
problem is I've got
this
what
person,
you guys
this
wrote
person,
down,
this
and then I've
person
got
got
notes that were already on
Because they're
here.
all at
That's fine.
20%.
I know that I'm trying to, I know, but I'm just trying to,
So really, we need
I'm just
to
trying to
go,
decipher everybody's
we
figure
need to
here.
go
That's
across the
all.
board. If
Okay.
we're gonna lower one commercial property.
You cannot. That's against you, what you're able to do.
You're talking about what we just did.
Yeah,
That
okay.
job.
That was
an
one specific, a
extenuating
different reason
circumstance.
why his got reduced due to something else. You cannot, as a board, say, you can't increase 20% and make me change everyone. You can't do that. That's
Right.
against the law.
No.
You can't do that.
So,
So in fairness, like I say, on the property at a maximum, on this one, I was feeling that 81 to 85 was a fairness since nothing has changed on the property.
okay, but Dan, your assessment here was 71,614, that's what.
Before.
Before,
Right.
okay,
I'm willing to go up to 85 instead
so,
of 93.
okay, so,
No, you're 100 and, oh no, you're at 93.
Yeah.
Is it 93?
Right, 93,
The land alone is
797.
43,360. If you took the shipping containers away, took the shop off of the property, and it was land, we're saying that it's worth 43,360.
just the land
Just the
Yeah,
land.
just the land.
is 40, okay, that's where these figures right here I've got.
43,360.
Okay, that's what you got it assessed at right
Yes.
For
now.
land.
And it is 0.79 an acre.
You got it assessed at
360.
43,360, and your old assessment on just the land was 36,133?
We don't have that written down.
I
Okay. That's what I'm trying to decipher, what they wrote down here,
That's
to
what
see the
ours was.
percentage.
Okay.
Correct.
You'd have to look at last year's book to see
Okay.
what it was.
Okay,
That's what this is on here.
that's what I was trying to get to the
These are off
percentage.
our last.
Which should only be 20%.
Right,
Because the building went to 50,437, we were 35,481 before.
right.
That's
So we
all.
missed that other. So that other's getting recouped, the buildings and all of that that was missed before, that's getting straightened out.
We're adding it on.
And that adds on to that. And then the 20% for just the land, correct? Is where that went, okay. Now, I think I'm caught up.
You got it.
All right. And that, with all of that, that comes up to your 93,793,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Gotcha. Before I do my math here, I'll try to speed things up.
No, you're fine.
Okay. Well, I think they've done their job, and I guess I would like to see it stayed where it's at, because if you don't do it this year, we're still gonna rip the Band-Aid off and do it next year.
Or we come back next year.
Or we come back.
Or we
Glad to
come
see you
back.
again. I'm stuck here one more year, before you guys can vote me out.
So we need a motion,
I'll make a motion to leave it at 93,793.
okay? Any other questions? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same,
Nay.
and all abstain. So we have 2 against 1, and so it will remain at the 93,797. Okay, and then the last one is that rough bunch again. on the restaurant property. All the same numbers are there on that one also. Well, we were at 95,883, and this one wasn't structured as badly as the other one, but
Okay, so yours is 9883 and the new one is 178,
and 78.
is that right now? So 5,000, basically.
It went
Yeah,
up,
that's why
Not even
we,
4,000.
48.98
Yeah, only went up that.
increases all.
So,
And that'd be the 5% increase that we did manual level, that's countywide, everyone,
countywide just on 5% and that.
5% manual level. And the other would be the land increase if it's commercial.
Good.
Yeah, it's not a lot of land. The land's only worth $6,950 because it's 0.11 of an acre.
Right, there's a sidewalk and that's about
Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
land you get,
Yep, that's it.
so, and a place to park out back,
And I can say we've not ever been in it, so I can't even tell you
sure,
anything.
Sure. okay,
so how much did it go up?
4,500. Just
Yeah,
their,
we were
they
going-
went up their 5% that they went across the board, Terry. So,
we were more forgiving on this property than we were the other, so figure 5.5% is where this one was at.
sure.
Motion,
Make a motion to leave it at 100,078.
second.
Second.
Further discussion? Being none, all in favor say aye.
Alright,
Opposed?
No, I think it's
And
kind
I'll
of,
abstain. So motion carries.
I just, worth off.
That being said, then that will conclude the approval of the assessment roll. Motion to accept the assessment roll as presented, amended, and corrected. So it is amended and corrected, so I need a motion to accept that.
I'll make that.
Hendrickson makes that motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Hartshorn. Further discussion? You have
So the
discussion?
other piece of property has to go to the county?
Yes.
275% markup?
Right.
Cool.
I told you, outside city
Outside
limits
city
went
limits.
way up.
And I think ag should be affected too in them
Yes.
limits.
We don't have any choice on ag.
I
Did you
know.
guys go check that? Or who checks that property?
What?
The county?
We do.
So you went out to,
To your property?
yeah.
No. No. The land value, we don't have to necessarily go look at. We got the market, we got the sales. So we do not look at all the land. So no.
So is your sales divided up on lots with hills and trees and one price and shale and nothing on the other price?
Nope, it is done on, if you have utility, you're assessed at so much a first acre. If you do not have utility, we give a 25,000 vacancy allowance on that. So we are doing that. We have found that shale and trees, everyone wants trees and all that stuff.
Yep.
So market is the market. So it doesn't matter.
We let the
And
market-
we're not seeing any difference even in floodplains. If you're in a flood zone, doesn't matter, they're paying for it.
You don't have water, you gotta haul water, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter, they're paying for it. Custer Highland, they're selling like hotcakes, and they haul water.
I can see why people are selling their homes.
Oh, I'm not disputing anything that anyone is saying, because it is ridiculous, but people are willing to pay.
Yeah, it's all these
And
people.
because
yeah.
the law says you assess to market, that's what we have to do.
What used to be the property that you would expect to be low on the market because it's,
Way up.
9 miles down that rough dirt road that nobody even bothers and there's no
Right.
utilities out there, selling like crazy because everybody wants to get away from society. And
So
I
they're
mean, all
all,
that stuff, all those sales just went through the roof.
so really, they're moving 9 miles down the road, comes a subdivision, they're not any better than if they just stayed in town because it's
Absolutely,
it's
We're
like,
seeing it all over.
absolutely. It's everywhere,
like they're
and
not
it just
thinking.
isn't in Custer, guys. This
No.
is happening all over South Dakota.
See, and that's
Okay,
the
so-
hardest part for us.
It is hard to deal with, but our job we can't look at that stuff.
Right? Well, with us, we took risks 20 to 30 years ago, as so many others didn't want to,
Right,
and bought at a price that we couldn't hardly afford then.
yep,
And now that we've done
It's just
nothing,
getting
no
ridiculous.
changes, we're suffering because of them consequences for
Yep.
doing good when it was early. And
no,
that's the
absolutely.
upsetting part, and more so many don't understand, is how much valuations, how much struggle and hard work we
Yes.
went through to achieve what we've had, where others didn't want to get out of that comfort zone,
Yep.
you know?
And,
So-
and those are the people that have to pay the price. And unfortunately, that's not a good thing, but that's what's happening.
You know?
It is sad, it
How
really
much
is.
knowledge do you have about other states?
I don't know a lot of because every state may do it a little bit different than South Dakota. I only know South Dakota. I can't speak on any other state.
Well, I heard you say that in order to change this, we'd have to go to our legislators.
Yes.
That's a
You
fact.
do.
Is
That's
there
a
a
fact.
possibility, do you think it would be a possibility to get some sort of grandfathering clause for those of us that have owned our properties and been poor in South Dakota our whole lives?
But then there's people like me, I'm not by any means well off, and I moved here a year and a half ago. I don't think that I should be punished for trying to raise my kids here and make not as decent a money as I was in Colorado, but I moved here for the benefit of children and raising children here. You're punishing me because I don't get grandfathered in. And I rent in town, and I cannot afford to contribute to the rising market, which is okay, but I don't feel like a grandfathering in law would benefit everybody that moved, that
Yeah,
is
You
trying
gotta
to make it here.
remember too that grandfathering, that my job is to be fair and equitable.
Yeah, that I
You
understand.
start giving favoritisms and you start, okay, you group can have it because you can't afford it. You just screwed up the whole system
yeah.
because you're no longer being fair and equitable.
yeah.
I am to assess you for what you have, whether you can afford it or you can't afford it. And that's the unfortunate thing in my job is, and you do have to have tough skin because that's what I have to do.
Yeah.
I can't look at who can afford it and who can't.
Yeah.
That's not my job. My job is to be fair and equitable and assess you for what you have. And that's what I have to do. Not that I like to, but that's what I have to do. And I have to put blinders on when we put values on because we can't look at that. We'd love to, but we can't.
Yeah,
That's why no one wants this job. You know, because it is a very thankless job, but I will be honest with you, I am as fair as what fair can be, and if I think you should be reduced, I'm gonna reduce you. But if I can't, I can't. I can't.
So how much, okay, county-wise, how much did it go up?
We went up almost $3 million
I mean, assessment.
valuation.
Yep.
$3 million valuation, real rough. Yep. So because I increased 100% or 200% on some cases, which that was, does not mean you can increase your taxes that much. It cannot go up proportionate to what I increase. They can't do that. Mill levy can only increase CPI and growth. And then you gotta remember, we got $3 extra million of valuation to cover budget. And that's not just one area, that was county-wide that we increased. So it's not like this group is getting taxed a whole lot more. It's everyone went up.
Well, like I said, ours out there went up
Yep.
275%.
Yep. And there's a lot of other ones that went up that much. I told you, we got over 100 appeals at county boards. But it is the market, so
well,
we have to go to the market.
I have to say, I appreciate that you keep your personality in a good neutral position where
I have to.
favoritism doesn't come, that personal conflicts don't come. that you keep that, and that basis has to be very strong on that
Yes.
side, and I appreciate that.
Thank you. Because, I mean, I've been doing it 25 years. You have to be fair.
Yeah.
You can't waver, you know, so you missed the deadline, I'm sorry. I can't waver because, okay, I let you go one day. Now, this person
Yeah.
comes in 2 days, where do you draw the line? The deadline is the deadline. I mean, you have to stick with it.
Can't set them precedents.
No, you
And she
can't.
always sends you a colored sheet of paper, so you should read it.
And, yeah,
It's a
we've had
different
a lot
color
of
every
people.
year.
Neon green, if you get a neon green letter, you better be reading it. And I've had so many people say, I didn't see that letter. It's bright neon green. That's why I put it in your assessment notice. It's not my fault you didn't read it.
Yep.
I gave you all the information you needed. If you didn't understand it, that's when you call me. And I try to tell people, don't listen to what other people are telling you, because 9 out of 10 times, they do not know. So call the assessor's office, they'll tell you the truth. Might not be what you want to hear, but we will tell you the truth. And that's what we have to do. This is it. Sorry, but this is it. So,
I
Okay, so
appreciate it.
straight across the board, am I told military gets a discount on their taxes, is that correct?
no, that is incorrect, to a point. They
That's
have
good.
to qualify. If you are 100% disabled through the government, through the military, you get 150,000 off of your property. But you have to apply for it and you have to prove. You have to give me the letter from the Department of Military saying you're 100% disabled or you are unemployable. So you don't automatically get it.
Got it.
Yep. And that is not open to the public. That is private. Same way with the elderly freeze. It's based off of income and your age. That is not public information.
Oh, tell me about the elderly freeze.
You're not old
Okay.
How old do you have to be?
65 or disabled, and you have to show disability or the disabled thing.
Oh, I have to be disabled?
No,
Or either
no,
or.
if you are.
So let's say that we have a person that's disabled. And they're not 65. They can apply for it too. So it's disabled or 65. But you have to meet an income guideline. And don't quote me on the income because I don't know it. We don't do it. And I'm going to tell you what it will be next year because they changed the law this year. So effective July 1st, one person, $35,000 is all you can make. If you have 2 people, it's $45,000. Your value can only be $300,000 on your house, your garage, and 1 acre, or the lot that it sits on. Then if you qualify, then we freeze the value at the time you turn 65, and whatever value is the lowest, that's what the value gets froze at. Not your taxes, your value. Unless you add something on, then that's got to be added on also. But then you're froze at that value for tax purposes. And your value will go out full and true, but at county boards, we will reduce that value.
But the sad part of it is where things are going in this area, not just this county, but this area, you don't have much for 300,000 anymore.
Right, by the
Right.
time you
By
get
the
to
time you-
65, your
Right, by
house
the time
will
you
be
get to
worth
65,
too much.
you know, I mean, the land itself went
They-
so phenomenal that it's,
They did increase it though,
right,
because it was 208,000 this year.
right.
So they did change the law and went all the way up to 300,000. But now it will only increase CPI
Right.
for next year.
Right.
So
So that amount-
that's what's sad about
It
it
is very, very sad because of the prices of, the only good thing is we're only using 1 acre or the lot.
Right.
So if you have 10 acres, we're not using all of your 10 acres to figure out if you made
Right.
300,000. We're using 1 acre and we're averaging that 1 acre.
It
So we're not
helps.
using the 50,000 for the first acre and saying that's what we're gonna take off and use. We're just averaging it. So,
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay.
Nay. Aye, nay.
for what?
Okay,
For what?
Oh, did anybody even do all that? I mean.
what's up?
What are you voting on?
as far as the changing of the assessment, whether we feel it's true or correct. And we made a motion that first and second that it
You guys
was,
all-
Oh, you mean on
So
that
we're
second
voting
piece
on
of
it.
property?
correct.
Okay.
Yeah, all the properties, I mean, this gets turned in,
Okay.
as a whole.
On everything.
We just
Okay.
agreed on everything,
Okay.
yes.
All right.
So they have two that agreed and I disagreed because of the properties, so,
Abstain.
You have to abstain.
correct.
Yeah,
You abstained and you said nay.
I said no,
Okay.
he abstained.
All right.
So motion carried, and so being that at 6:56, a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that.
Second it.
A motion by Hendrickson, second by Hartshorn to adjourn this meeting. Any further discussion? There being none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried, thank you all.
You girls were
Now we
very
gotta go to Fairburn.
interesting.
Yeah, we gotta go to Fairburn too,
We're supposed to be in Fairburn in 5 minutes.
we got 3 minutes to get to
Now
Fairburn.
we'll call Joan.
No.
She don't
Call her
have
and
no
tell her,
service.
just wait, don't.
She don't have no service in
Yeah.
that building.
I'm driving.
Yeah, good.
I don't know.
May I
Somebody
make
try.
that?
No.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
Thanks.
you, be
See you
safe.
next
Yeah.
year.
See you guys.
Thanks.
Come over and
Thanks,
visit,
Travis.
I'll have some tea.
There we go.
So you must be gonna retire at 65 when the store sells in July, right?
Depends on who buys it.
Oh,
If somebody buys it.
yeah, yeah. You,
But retire.
that's what you can do in your retirement days. See ya.
Okay, we have the second part of our meeting now to reconvene the town board at 6:58. Motion to do so.
I'll make that.
Motion by Hendrickson, second by
Carry.
Schumach. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. We have the two letters before us of two members to fill the remainder of the term for Mr. Flug. One from Bobby Caskey and one from Linda Kramer. Appreciate you being here tonight.
I would nominate Linda.
I would
Have a
say,
nomination by Hendrickson to nominate Linda, second by Hendrickson. Any further discussion? There being none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Look forward to that. We'll do your oath of office.
This time or next time?
Next time.
Next time.
Next time, okay.
well,
I don't believe we're gonna have any more actions until next meeting.
Okay.
We really don't have any other agendas or anything coming up to act on.
so since we're all doing that dinner on that 30th, did you put in for an extra?
I did.
So you're allowed to go to that next municipal meeting.
When is that?
That is the 30th,
It's the district meeting.
Of March?
yeah.
So
Right,
that's
where am I?
on the normal Wednesday, next Wednesday.
And where's it at?
No Underwood.
Underwood.
Oh, goodness.
That's always a hoot.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I'll go.
Excellent. And then we had, next item was the annual spring cleanup. And we talked about that being on the 26th.
Oh, the 26th?
I thought it was the 20, I thought it was the 23rd.
Of this month?
23rd of April, I thought it was.
Okay,
Oh,
so
April. I'm
23rd
sorry, I
is
was looking
Saturday.
at March. So, yeah,
23rd.
That's better. Yeah.
so everybody's good with the 23rd?
Yes.
And we'll let Fred know that, and Sanders. In his conversation, of course, with the Saturday closures, he's gonna try something a little different with the little bigger units down here and try to do it that way and set them up and have a driver right here and change the units so they can take them back and forth quicker.
Does
So
it close it? On Saturdays, what time do they close the dump?
noon,
Well, wouldn't that
Yeah,
be
on
part of
Saturday.
their cleanup too?
Since when?
what's that?
They changed it. They
When
close
was
it
it,
in
be Rapid
town
Cities
at
cleanup
3:30
too that
or
week?
3:45
Wouldn't it be
during the week.
open?
They do it all week long, but they'll
It's
still
a
close
nightmare
on
for the
noon on
cars.
Saturday.
Oh, I didn't
you know, with their new regulations, so.
I know I seen on the news last night, the mayor put in his 2 cents worth, you know, so to speak, on the news last night, and he said, we're just like everybody else, we can't get help either. Yeah, so they were, on their agenda was to raise that actual department's wages. Didn't know if they were gonna get it done or not, but that was on their agenda, but he says, we can't get any help either. So,
Yeah, man, it was crazy, they're talking $4 to $5 an hour,
Raise.
raising each position. So all that's gonna do is raise the dump fees, because when you do that, it raises everything else, you don't gain nothing.
well, gain nothing, absolutely, I agree.
You only make a few other ones feel a little better about themselves, and it's unfortunate. So, we'll have that, where annual spring cleanup will be set for that. We'll have it on our next agenda. We'll also let Joan know so she can put it into what we've got there.
Lon says if it's not snowing, he'll work.
That'd be awesome. So that being said, anything else for discussion? If not, a motion to adjourn at 7:02.
I'll make that.
Hendrickson makes the motion. Schumach seconds it. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Thank you.